Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Doubted. My name's Christian Montuano, and today I'm here with Jaen Chatman. Jaen, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. Jaen, tell everyone where you're from first off, and what it's been like for you growing up there.
I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Growing up there, it was pretty much chill. Like I was really young up until like 12. That's when I moved. So like it was like a chill life over there. My mom would just keep me in the house really. I started playing basketball in like elementary school, like around fourth grade. So like just up until that, I was just being a kid, going home, going to school, like go to the park every once in a while. Like it was a very chill.
So what got you into basketball at like when you were in fourth grade? Because I feel like that's a little bit not late, but like compared to some other like your peers, maybe they started like they had a ball in their hands right when they were younger. So right when they were born, pretty much. So what got you into the game of basketball?
What really got me into the game of basketball was like, first I was just around kids in New York, like just playing in the playground. Like that's when I started to like it and stuff. And then like I used to like watch clips in here and there, like on YouTube and stuff. But then when I met my stepdad and my stepbrother, like he was already training my stepbrother, and we went to the same elementary school. Like those are the main two people that got me into basketball and made me really start liking it.
Would you say you played more like out on the parks and things like that before you started playing organized basketball, or did it kind of happen around the same time, or you just jumped right into organized basketball?
I say it kind of started with a mixture of both, cause like when you live in New York, like you play on the travel team, they play in like park tournaments. So
Hmm.
like from like age 9 and 10, I would play like in Project Win and stuff like that in New York outside, and then I would play with like I played with Brooklyn Bridge when I was younger for my first AAU. But then when I moved to PA, I didn't play outside basketball for like a while till like I got to high school, I think. So it was just all in the gym, organized basketball.
Yeah. So what do you remember about those early days playing in Brooklyn? Was it just I'm sure very like physical, very tough kids out there. Just what do you remember about those early days playing?
Them early days, I say when I first started playing, I was really nervous because I wasn't used to just how kids played so hard at such a young age, like really aggressive. I wasn't like used to that because I, like you said, I started kind of late. So, but yeah, it was fun though, like because that got like that dog mentality in me early that would come out. So like it just made it fun, like just very physical at a young age.
And then when you moved over to PA, was that kind of when you started getting more skill work in and you really developed as a player?
Yeah, I would say so. Like when I got to middle school, it was so like the basketball world was so different from New York. Like you would go outside, there's kids outside playing basketball. You could walk to the park. In PA, you have to drive everywhere. So like it wasn't kids outside in the park. So I felt like that was the time me and my stepdad really like started to work out together. And I would also work myself out. Like when he was busy, I would just look up workouts. I would dribble the ball outside, dribble in the garage. So I feel like that's when I got into the skill set mindset and building that into my game.
What about like off the court type things? You were able to go right outside over in Brooklyn and your buddies I'm sure were out there playing ball. How was it different over in PA, like off the court things, building relationships with your friends and all?
I say in New York, it was like you said, I could go outside, I can go, but like it was like I was too young to go by myself, so I have to go like with my older brother. So like that's when I got to play with him and like his older friends, and I got to pick up things at a like early age. Then in PA it was different because I had to be like driven around everywhere. So like I was limited to like going to the park all the time. Like I always had to ask somebody, "Oh, can you drive me here? Can you drive me there?" So I feel like it was a big jump and change when it came to moving to Pennsylvania.
Would you say that the physicality and the toughness out there on the court that you built over in Brooklyn, like that really made you stand out when you started playing against the Pennsylvania competition? Like that's something that people noticed, just that you were maybe more physical or stronger compared to other kids?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that definitely people took notice to that because like I've always like when I started working out, I've always been like naturally cut. So like once I started getting stronger, like people noticed that off rip just because of my body. So like they assumed I was strong off rip, but like I really started working on it and getting stronger when I got to high school. But that was like one thing. Yeah, I came out, moved to PA, and like I was more aggressive than certain kids. Like I played harder. I was faster, more athletic. Like it was a big difference for sure.
Did you play any other sports growing up, or was it really just basketball?
It was basketball until I moved to PA. I got bored and I tried football for like 2 years. I played it in middle school. So, but like, I don't know. When I was young, I did not like getting hit. Like, I know I was big and short. I did not like getting hit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I played that. And then in New York, in elementary school, I did track. And then here at Blair now, I do basketball and track. So,
Okay. Awesome. In terms of like basketball influences, you said that your stepdad, stepbrother, you were really able to train with them, and I'm sure your stepdad was like an early mentor for you in that way, kind of getting you into the game. But besides him, was there any NBA players or college players that you remember watching that really stood out and made you want to be like maybe them one day?
well, the first actual basketball game I've ever watched was when LeBron won his first chip, like with the Miami Heat. So like that's like the person that made me fall in love with basketball. And then I grew up just like watching Kyrie Irving and Westbrook. Those are two people I would always try and model my game after when I was younger. It was just those two.
We can relate on the first basketball game I ever watched was it wasn't like the game that he won the ring, but it was like that series. I remember that Thunder series. Just after that, and especially like those young Thunder teams, Westbrook, Harden, KD. Would you say like Westbrook maybe specifically, is he somebody that you kinda model your game after?
Yeah, like some of the parts of his game, like he's super athletic, he's fast, he's physical. Like I feel like we got the same kind of body frame. So yeah, that's somebody I definitely like resemble my game after.
Maybe like how he gets downhill, because I feel
Yeah,
like his first step off like a crossover or something just
super
super.
quick. Yeah, super.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Is that something that you would work on in the gym, or what were
yeah.
like those? Okay.
It was like more so like my stepdad when he worked me out, like his biggest thing was strength and conditioning. Like he just wanted me and my brother to be strong and fast, and like the skill it came from us just picking up stuff and working out with other coaches. Like he didn't play basketball, but he knew how to like condition us and strength, like give us strength and conditioning drills and stuff. But yeah, it definitely like we work on my first step and knowing how to use my body, like stopping and going. Because since I'm stronger than everybody, they expect me to like try and run through them at one speed. But learning how to control my body and use it.
Yeah. So your stepdad being more on the strength and conditioning side, is there any coach, trainer that you've had over the years that helped you more with like the skill work and
Um,
more technical stuff?
yeah, for sure. When I started playing out in PA and like middle school, I would work out with my friend's father, Antoine Dobie. Like he would work out with him, and like we would work out together. That's when I first started doing a lot of more skill stuff, like ball handling and stuff, like more point guard stuff. And then when I got to high school, I worked out with the coach who used to be here, John Caldera. He like for a whole summer he was just working on me. Like we was working on stuff that's translatable in college, playing off 2 feet, throwing a foot, like small guard stuff. And then once he left and got a new job, I would work more with Coach DeHace was my assistant coach. We do a lot of skill combo work, ball screen work, like conditioning, shooting. Like we do a lot of skill work together with him for sure.
That's great. So, like, you started off in New York, then PA, and then now you're playing high school ball over in Jersey. I think, like, I want to touch more on, I guess, PA, because that's when you really developed as a player, just those middle school, early high school years. Was there any, like, because I know Westtown was really big, just those prep schools over in PA have produced some really great players. Did you go to any of those Pennsylvania games or maybe Philly games at all
Nah,
growing
not
up?
yeah, not at
Okay.
all. Cause I didn't really. I say I really got to the point where I was like, I really want to take basketball serious. Was my eighth grade year, and when I got to
Okay.
high school, but like I went to like a normal public school in East Stroudsburg, so like I was pretty far from a lot of stuff. Like I'm right on the border of Jersey, so like I'm like 2 hour drives from like Philly and stuff. So like I never really got to go see those games, like the Catholic Leagues game, the West Town game. So yeah, no.
Okay. So now heading over to the Blair Academy, you just got there this year. The year before, like last year, they won a open prep championship, and then now you guys won it again this year. So I guess when you stepped foot on campus over at Blair, what could you sense maybe like that, because in order to win a championship, you have to have that culture like already established, and those guys that really know what it is and can help those next guys. So yourself, like when you got there, kind of get accustomed to everything and build off of what they've already accomplished. What did you first notice about when you got on campus at Blair, like how the team maybe interacted with each other or how the coaches coached? What did you notice when you first got there?
So the thing was like I would work out with Blair before I even came. So like I started working out with them like my sophomore fall. Like that time I
Okay.
yeah, so like I got cuz like I said I worked with John Caldera. He would like bring me to like some of the open gyms. So that's when I first noticed a lot of things about Blair like since my freshman year too. They just when I came to workouts, they made me feel like I was part of the team. So like even though like nobody really knew me like that, I knew some of the kids, but like they always like when I came, oh they felt like I was one of the players on the team. And like if I made a mistake, like my guy Jay Will, he would talk to me, help me through mistakes. Like I was still learning and stuff. And then when I came my sophomore year, I was better, and I just kept feeling more comfortable with the team. So like just the culture, like we all play as brothers, like no matter who you are. Like even now here we have kids coming to gym. We treat them like they're our teammates for the day. Like we help them through any mistakes and just talk them through it. And especially it's just our culture. Like it's Mudita. Like we play for each other and help each other be successful.
Yeah. Does that start like, because for example, I'm just naming guys like in particular, Ron, Jack Bailey, like Jack's older, he's going to Boston College next year. Would you say those guys were really the, I guess, established that culture, the people that were more vocal, or was it really like the coaching staff
It
that
was
did a lot of that?
I feel like it was we're like a team led program. Like our coach, he
Okay.
emphasizes stuff, but he wants us to be able to like lead each other and hold each other accountable. Like Ron and JB, like Jack Bailey as our captains, like they would emphasize it. Like they like helped me like lead the team too. Like they would tell me if I make a mistake, I would hold them accountable. So like I feel like yeah, it was more of like a player thing than the coaches thing.
Okay. So before we get into like how the season went and all that, this past summer, like playing AAU ball, I know you went to a couple of Made Hoops camps.
Hmm.
I think both of them were in Philly, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, like the Next Up one and then the National Guard one. You were at both of
Yeah.
those. Would you say that those camps, like just playing AAU ball, those workouts with your guys over at Blair, like what is that really what got you ready for this great season that you had?
Yeah, for sure. I felt like the camps and like all the work I was just putting in during the summer, I feel like it definitely prepared me because, like I said, I would come to the workouts and stuff. So like I kind of got familiar early, like what we do here. So like when I got here, it was an easier transition. But definitely like going to the camps, getting more exposure, playing against other guys, tougher guys, it helped me be more competitive and just coming to the school with a more competitive edge.
Right. So had a very smooth transition into like if officially being on the team just because all of the workouts and open runs and things like that with your guys. Then during the season, a part of I forget what's the conference that you guys are in. I know it's with like Hun and Petty and all
Oh, the
those. Maples, yeah. So that conference, was there anything that stood out maybe about that competition, or were you did you already know kind of what it was going
um,
into it?
I kind of knew because I started to come to a lot of games to like really see. Like,
Okay.
it definitely was a bigger jump from the competition from what I was used to in East Stroudsburg. In our league, our centers in East Stroudsburg were like 6'4". So like, it was definitely like a huge jump from 6'4" to 6'11", 6'10", 6'9". Like,
Yeah.
we're definitely playing against taller people. Like we would play teams, like everybody on the team could shoot. Like you would rarely see that like on certain teams where I like used to play at teams, but definitely the competition level is more faster paced, like especially with the way we play. So yeah, it's definitely different for sure.
Right. So I know you guys had a heck of a year, just really did great things, but the only tournament or only game I've ever seen you guys play was during the Jordan Holiday Classic. I was there for those games, and what I just remember from seeing that, like you guys started the season much earlier, like September, right?
Yeah,
Around
we
there.
started our fall workouts in September, and then like
Yeah.
yeah, it started pretty early.
Because I know Jersey starts maybe a little bit later compared to other states.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but you're already getting in the swing of things with your guys, especially with the chemistry that you guys built over the summer and before that. What I really noticed was how vocal you were and your energy that you brought out there on the court. And it felt like specifically you and Ron really had some chemistry going as a backcourt. What would you say was the mindset? Because that's a really high profile
Yeah.
event.
Yeah.
So just what was that mindset heading into it?
The mindset heading into it, it was really just like be yourself, like go kill, go put your name out there, like show everybody you deserve to be here. And just like the confidence Ron put in me, like he tells me every game, like, bro, they cannot mess with us, like we got this. Like he's just feeding me with confidence. So like our mindset just going in there was just win every game, just play together, trust our coaches and trust each other, and we just gonna go out there and win.
So I remember specifically the OSL game.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever seen a gym that like
Yeah.
it was insane. Just maybe that game specifically. Like, I mean, you got Mel on the other team, New York versus New Jersey,
Yeah.
that type thing, and you being from Brooklyn originally, Ron also being from Brooklyn too, and I believe Jack is from New York City as well, correct? Yeah, so like you guys are New York guys, but you're playing on a New Jersey team. So just what do you remember about that game specifically?
I just remember it was so much fun. That was like one of the most fun games I had during the season. In terms of like energy wise, the way the team played, like the way me and Ron played off of each other. I felt like that was the first time I felt like me and Ron actually clicked, and I was able to see like, yo, we can really be like crazy this year. Like, and it was just like it just showed like just that tournament showed us what type of team we could be, and like when it comes playoff time in February and March. Like, but yeah, what I remember the most is just the big plays me and Ron made, like me getting a defensive stop, both of us getting like windmills,
Yeah.
catching that body. Like it was so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, Ron's body was
Yeah, it was.
that was insane. And then I don't know if it was the OSL game, but Jack
Yeah,
caught
that
a
was.
body too. Yeah, that was against Phelps. And then yeah, Phelps is from PA. So
Yeah.
did you know any of the guys on Phelps, or were you familiar with them at all?
I was familiar with them only because I went to a Blair game last year, and their senior night they played against Phelps when they had Will Riley, and that game was like just so high level. Like that's when I really like saw, yo, the levels is crazy. Like because Will Riley's really good. Like that was the first
Really
time I see
good.
somebody at that height do stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's how I got familiar with them.
Yeah. I go to Michigan State, and Will Riley playing for Illinois, he dropped like 21 us,
Yeah,
he's different.
yeah,
But so like that game, and then well that event, Jordan Holiday Classic, walking away from that,
yeah.
like was that really where you guys were like, okay, this is gonna be something?
Yeah. That was like just those two games. That was probably the most together we've been in the like since the season started, and like everything just clicked for us. So like that gave us the confidence boost. Oh yeah, this second like semester of the season, like we're gonna go crazy and we're gonna like win everything.
So then, rest of the season, regular season, was it carrying that same energy, that same togetherness throughout the rest of the regular season? Was
I feel like we definitely had the high confidence, but our mindset was one game at a time. Like our coach emphasized, yo, I don't care if we're playing the worst team in our league. Like we're not gonna look past this game because every game is a game to learn and get better. So we definitely like went in with high confidence though. Like yo, we about to make a run, and we had some fallouts. Like took like 3 losses, but it was just like we needed those just to get us back in our rhythm and really get us back together.
okay. Who were those losses against? Were they against like some pretty top teams, or like some ones that you guys
It was
maybe
like
get?
one of the losses we took was like a team we took for granted. Like I felt like we, as a team, we just approached that game like half stepping it. But the other two, it was yeah, they were good teams, but like we didn't bring that fire we normally bring in the first half. Like on one of those games, we had to crawl back out of a hole. It wasn't enough. And then also another game, our other loss, it was just like same thing. Came out slow in the first half, had to dig ourselves out of a hole. So like I felt like that's kind of like what our recipe to lose was, like coming out flat, like for just that team we had.
Yeah. Would you say that those losses you guys learned from those more so than the wins that you guys had?
Yeah, 100%. It definitely taught us a lot, and we had to like really bring like that energy from the tip of the ball, or like we was gonna put ourselves in a deep hole that we like haven't crawled down in a while.
So then playoffs, like I said earlier, they won a open prep championship the year before. Was there any advice or any words that your teammates or your coaches shared to you specifically since it was your first year with the program, like maybe about those championship games, like those playoff games?
Not me like specifically, but more like coach emphasized to the team, we're gonna take this like he said it like after our last game of the season, yo, seniors, yeah, last chance, like just enjoy like we know me and Ron got another year, freshmen's got 3 more years, like but he still emphasizes it. Can't take these opportunities for granted. We gotta leave everything all out for every game because it could be our last games.
So the championship game, that was against the Patrick School, correct?
Yeah, that was our state championship
That
game.
was the state championship game. What do you remember specifically about that game?
That game was really fun too. Like energy wise, it brung me back like how we played in the JBC. Like we really brung that togetherness. We was very locked in defensively, and it just turned into our offense. Like we was just clicking, firing. That was probably the most locked in we've ever been as a team defensively. Like we were like obviously there were mistakes made, but like yeah, our big man he played his butt off. Everybody else guarded their butts off. Like it was the most fun I've definitely had the whole season.
Yeah. They're a really talented team too.
Mhm.
Historic program, like they've been good for many years. And I know I don't remember his name specifically, but he's committed to Illinois.
Yeah, yeah, Brandon
Was
Lee.
that
Yeah.
was that your assignment? Like did you
Nah,
guard him?
he was Brendan Oliver's assignment, but like we all
Okay.
had to contain him because like he's a really really good shooter. So like if I got switched to him a couple times, and he's good at like foul baiting and getting like the refs to
Yeah.
call him out. But it was pretty annoying. But it was
Right.
it was a good matchup. I feel like when I got switched on him.
So, like, talked a bit about just on the offensive side. What about on the defensive end? Like, what's that mindset? What are you trying to do on the defensive end?
Well, especially being at Blair, our identity as a team is to guard. So like that's got really emphasizing to me this year. So like I've definitely taken a lot of pride in defense. Like now and like further a step in my game and growing as a player. Because in college I need to guard. Because I'm like considered a small guard, even though I don't feel small. But like I gotta be able to sit and guard multiple positions or just my guy in general. So I take my mindset in defense is just stop you and not let you have a good game against me.
Right. So, besides that defensive part, having that physicality, that edge, just because you're a smaller guard.
Yeah.
What besides that, what are you looking to improve on before college, getting ready for that?
So before college, I just want to improve more as a point guard, like somebody who, like the coach could just like give me the keys and be like, I
Yeah.
want you like control the team, like
Yeah.
you can figure everything out, and I'm just there to help you, like being able to,
Facilitator.
yeah, like get everybody
Yeah.
involved, make great plays. And like make good plays for myself and my teammates, and just be able to like control everybody with, especially when adversity hits. Like get the team back together. Let's go on a run. Let's get a stop here and go on a run. Like we're down 20. Okay, let's bring the lead down little by little by little.
So that this year with Blair, know you're looking to run it back next year. We
Yeah.
can kind of get into that in a bit, but before that, you have this summer playing EYBL with PSA. Man, like when did that kind of come about? Like where you decided to play for them, and just kind of what are you most looking forward to about this summer? Because I know you guys got Jaden Hodge,
Yeah.
got Jalen Grant, who else? Julius Avent. Great squad. So what are you most looking forward to, and how did that opportunity kind of come about?
So kind of like the funny story was like I knew about PSA when I was like 15, played with them for a little bit, but then I ended up going to a different team. And then my when I reclassed and I played with New Jersey Panthers, the first warm up at May Hoops, we played PSA as our second game, and I just went off that game like. And I was just like, because they had high known kids like Darius Adams, Katie Mingle, all them guys. So I just wanted to prove to myself and like everybody in the gym, yo, I can be on the levels with these guys. So like that game, like really like they was like, oh yeah, like I want this kid. So we like over the summer, like when AAU ended, we'll talk to them here and there. Coach Munch, I'll talk to him a lot, and then I ended up choosing to play with them like early in the fall, like September, October. I made the decision I'm gonna play with PSA, and yeah, and that's how it happened. And what I'm looking most forward to is winning Peace Jam. Like I really want to, like I know it's my first year on the circuit, but I have high expectations for this team. Like I want to lead this team to winning Peace Jam because like they've gone to the Elite Eight Final Four like that far run and just haven't got over the hump. And I feel like just me being at it, I feel like I can bring them over that hump and lead them to that chip this summer.
Yeah. So I mean, the guys that you're gonna be playing alongside, like I said, Jaden, he had a big run this year, playoffs down with St. Rose.
Yeah.
Jalen Grant with Roselle, Julius with Bergen. Were you able to kind of stay in touch with them a little bit, like throughout the high school season, and maybe just see what they were doing and be like, hey, like we got to go get it this summer? Was there some communication at all during the season?
Yeah, I feel like it was a little communication. Like, I would like post them as support, like, stuff like
Yeah.
that. But like we didn't really like text a lot during the season. Like I started clicking with them when we started practice last weekend, like this
Right.
past weekend. Yeah, that's like when I really started talking to them more. Like I knew Jalen Oak from over the summer, going to like camps together and stuff like that. And also our other guard Dylan Mingo too. So I knew him for a minute, and we went to like the same
Yeah,
games
Dylan. I
together.
didn't
Yeah,
mention I
he had
didn't
he had a
mention
crazy
Dylan.
year too. So, yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely just always talk like me and Dylan. We was like, yo, we gonna cause some havoc this year on the circuit. Like we gonna go.
Yeah. I mean, another great backcourt.
Yeah.
Where do you maybe see, like, I know it's early, but where do you kind of see, like, you guys maybe fitting in or working together in some way?
I definitely see us like balancing off each other well, like because he's a good scorer, he's a good facilitator. I'm a good scorer, I'm a good facilitator. So I feel like it's not much different off of like how I played with Ron. Like it's we gonna be able to balance each other out. I can hold him accountable, he can hold me accountable. We just gonna make each other better.
So, outside of, like, after this summer, your senior year with Blair, man, like, you're gonna have a busy summer, a busy
Yeah.
senior year, like, a lot of great things that you can accomplish.
Yeah.
What's on your bucket list? Like, by the end of your high school career, like, what do you want to have accomplished?
I just wanna like this summer, like my goals are to like go to as many camps as I can, like the high camps, like NBPA, Pingos, those camps. Definitely win Peace Jam. Probably gonna do New York versus New York. I would love to win that like this summer.
Yeah.
And then also like I want to be able to hopefully get invited to the Slam Summer Classic, playing that. That's a big goal of mine. I've always wanted to do. So definitely playing that. And then like just like my high school career being done, I just want to be known as one of the best players to ever be like in a Blair uniform. My goal also is to win Gatorade Player of the Year. Like Ron just won it. Like I hope next year I can definitely win it. That's a big goal of mine. And just like going down again, winning another championship with Blair.
One thing, like, I guess next step, what are you most looking forward to in a college, would you say? Like, just what are the things that stand out and what are you looking for?
I say what I'm looking for in a college is like I said, I want to have a coach that can just trust me and let me like run the team and like be that point guard and leader that can lead a team to like a national championship and go on a deep run hopefully. And just also like a team that just we have a culture like we play for each other. Like I know everybody has their own thing. Everybody has goals. People want to go to the league. Some people don't. So like just having those where I'm able to like a coach can trust me. Like let me make my mistakes and just grow. He just coaches me hard and pushes me to my full potential of a great player I could be.
I think making mistakes and like a coach letting you make mistakes is super important.
Yeah.
Especially as a point guard. I get that for sure. Now into, I guess, some like just quick rapid fire type questions. If there's one player that you could play 1v1 against, past or present, who would it be?
One player. It gotta be Kyrie. It has to be because everybody be saying, like I know Kyrie's nice and they be like, yo, when I see him play, it feels unreal. Like I just want to experience that. But yeah, definitely Kyrie for sure.
Favorite fast food spot?
I say Domino's or Wendy's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Favorite thing to do with your teammates off the court?
I play 2K.
What's your team for 2K?
Lakers because I'm a Braun fan. Yeah.
Okay. With Luca now?
Yeah. Facts.
Okay. Who would you say gives you the best matchup in those games?
And 2K,
Yeah.
Ron, because yeah, he's annoying to play against. He's
Who
like
does he play with?
he uses anybody, but like
Okay.
I don't know if he has a go-to team, but his go-to team right now is the Mavs, and I don't know how he be making Anthony Davis look like he's Steph Curry. I don't know how, but yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot. I don't know if you can maybe pick one in particular, but maybe like who's your funniest teammate? What do you say? Like who's the jokester on the team?
Funniest teammate. I say is is between our big man Mayo, the freshman Lenny, and Ron. Them three make me laugh on a daily basis.
Do you have one like story, one of them that you can share?
Like a
Funny story, funny moment.
I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, we in practice, and so man, Techna has this thing. I feel like a lot of coaches do this. They be like, "All right, last one, last rep, or something," or like, "We gonna run this play or do this defensive assignment one more time." He'll do it multiple times. So we have a game the next day, and man, Techna, he was like, the day before we don't go live. We go live in like the beginning, and in the end we do like walkthrough stuff, shoot around. Man, Techna, we ran from we went from shell, and then we had to do another defensive assignment. And Ron is just like he whispers, but Mantegna, he's like, "So we don't have a game tomorrow?" And then Mantegna heard him, and we all just started laughing. That was probably the funniest thing that happened in practice. Yeah.
Yeah, so last question. Podcast is called Doubted. When you hear the word doubted, does that resonate with you at all or kind of apply to your life at all? Would you say your life journey so far?
Like doubted.
Yeah.
I feel like
Does it ring a bell?
it applied to me early. Like
Okay.
in my career when I started like taking basketball serious, I doubted myself a lot. Like everybody around me would preach, "Oh, you're so good," like this and that, blah blah blah. But I wouldn't like like I didn't really believe in myself that much. I didn't know how good I was, and like yeah, I really doubted myself from like the beginning of my journey till now.
All right, Jaen. Well, I appreciate you coming on, giving us your time. I'm excited to watch you this summer out there on the circuit. I think it's gonna be an exciting team to watch. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do. Fast paced too. I think you guys are gonna be fun to watch. So looking forward to seeing what you do in the future, and appreciate you coming on.
I thank you, and I appreciate you.